Black Clover is back, and we get to see the fight between Ichika and Asta, obviously, and it's a pretty interesting fight. As you can imagine, Asta immediately feels her bloodlust and just jumps away in Black Asta form, but this has basically no effect because she apparently can produce a black hole which can suck Asta in, and right before she cuts him down with dark magic, he of course goes into his double union form, which nullifies the magic, but still, that was very close to him dying. Like, she did not hold back. She went straight in, cutting him in half. Of course, Ichika fully understands how anti-magic works, and, well, she's going to rely on her ki and strength to fight this battle, not just her magic, where she basically punts his ass straight into the fucking mountain cliff. Straight up, Asta's actually faster than her, and he almost is able to get a clean hit on her. At least he thought he was about to, but just like the black hole where she was able to absorb him at her, she makes a bunch of them all over the place, and then basically uses them, fling her around like a ping ball, where each little black orb is able to just move her without her actually having to do it herself. So she can just focus at Asta and just have the black orb suck her in here, there, and she's just ping balling everywhere. Asta then counters this with his Demon Destroyer and completely eradicates all of her dark holes, but even still, this doesn't seem to be much of an effect because she's still going to kick his ass. Because while he charges at her, now that he erased the black holes, he now has the speed advantage. He still doesn't have the strength advantage. And this is something that I really love, how Black Clover went in this direction. Because after true Devil Union and his ability to just nullify all magic, even enhancement magic, to the point where even the Devil King couldn't do shit against Asta, no matter how many times he punched him, the only way that Asta can now lose a fight is obviously through ki, or if his opponent is physically stronger than he is. And so that's basically where Zeldrick went. He's just able to body Asta with his brute force, and now Ichika is doing the exact same thing. A combination of ki and brute force, she's able to beat Asta. I'm glad we went in this direction, and not just that Asta is now an unbeatable god, because that would have been ridiculous. The fact that he could just erase all magic, including enhancement magic. I was really scared when that happened, because that was just way too OP. But yeah, she of course kicks him right in the goddamn face and straight into the water again. And she just straight up starts just mocking him, basically belittling his idea that he could ever be the Wizard King. Basically saying he doesn't have any of the qualities to be a Wizard King. No determination, no conviction, no drive, nothing. He is trash, is basically what she's saying. Asta, of course, with his ki, is able to sense all of her hatred she has for her brother and for him, and he says it's really intense, but he can also sense another emotion that she's obviously trying to suppress and hide, and this just pisses off Ichika. To have Asta talk to her as if he knows her and knows her personally is just something that she just can't handle and just snaps and goes in for the kill. Asta, of course, responds, thinking to himself, if he can just pull off perfect ki, he can win, he can do this. And I believe him, he definitely can. Because what he's missing right now is ki. Because he's got the strength to keep up with her. Because he's got the speed to keep up with her. He just doesn't have the ki to keep up with her. And right before they collide, Ryu blocks both of their attacks, which is insane. I understood that he didn't have magic, and so he probably relied completely on ki. But the fact that he could block both of their attacks when they were, especially Ichika, who was in a blood rage at that point, fucking insane to me. Ichika immediately turns off her magic and just says, and she starts apologizing with everything she has, and even offers to cut her belly. And Ryu's like, no, you're scaring me, don't do that. Asta, on the other hand, is completely devastated by the simple fact that he just couldn't do it at that moment. He couldn't master his ki, and he's just wondering just how long he's going to have to do this, because he doesn't have the time. He needs to figure this out now. And the funny thing is, he's right. He needs to figure this out right now. Like, this very second. Because in the last chapter, Sister Lily and two other paladins just show the fuck up floating over the island of the sun. I don't know how they're ranked, or if they're even ranked at all, if they're all equals, or currently Sister Lily is the top dog. All we know is that Sister Lily is marveling at the fact that this country even exists, because she's read it in books but never actually believed it actually existed. And the other two are two basic stereotype looking guys. Like, one dude looks like creepy dude that likes to lynch over and has weird abilities, and then you got like the big guy who might be stoic, who has really serious like power-based abilities. Of course, knowing how Black Clover goes, it could be the complete opposite. Like, the big guy could have weird abilities, and the creepy-looking dude could, instead of having a broken ability, he could have, like, he could be the straight-up brawler kind of guy. I mean, they do have Supreme Devil magic at the moment. We know that Sister Lily has the spatial map from Beelzebub. The other two, I have no idea what they could be. But whatever that is, I'm sure it's going to be devastating. It'd be funny as hell if they had Lilith and her brother's magic, but I highly doubt that, for the simple fact that Asta killed them and their hearts were not devoured by Lucius. But it would be pretty funny if if he somehow got their hearts, and that's the power they have. So they got like fire and ice magic. All I know is that this is basically how this usually goes, which is they're going to show up. The 7 samurai, we're going to be introduced to the other 3. That would be great. But the 7 samurai are going to fight, and most of them are going to get bodied. And either Asta and Ichika are able to fight their way past this situation, or the Black Bulls are going to show up, and they're going to have a full-on Black Bull fight tag team like they always do, which that would be really cool to see. Now, that's how I think it's going to go, because that's usually how it goes, but I really hope that the 7 samurai aren't immediately annihilated by these 3. That would be that would suck. I would actually like to see them be able to, like, have proper fights. Don't get me wrong, they can lose. I have no problem with that. I would be probably okay with them losing right here and now to Sister Lily and the other 2 Paladins. I would just like it to be a proper, actual fight, and not just them being obliterated off screen, which is usually the case. But the fact that they are here means that the Paladins are probably being sent all over the world to different continents, and so it would be really cool, even if we're just going to get flashes here and there, to see what the other Paladins are doing in other countries or continents, and see what other continents are like, even a little glimpse of it, because the fact that we don't ever get to see what the outside world looks like in Black Clover kind of sucks, but at the same time, a little glimpse would be nice. Just a little taste. But yeah, the ending to this is probably the most hyped ending we've had since Asta died. I cannot wait for next week, but I suppose this is the end of the video, so I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Black Clover and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.